Hi, good evening. Happy Tuesday evening, wherever you are, guys. At this time, we know the time zones come into play, but wherever you are, I hope you had a great day today and a great afternoon. Right now, it's a little cool here, and we're so appreciative of it because it's in the early, about 60 something, and it feels very nice. You can feel that fall is not very far away, but I still love the sunshine. I love the heat, but not too much, right? Back in the Caribbean, we have a lot of heat. Everybody's talking about the time is too hot. That is true. Time is really, really warm. But it's been 2 days. Yesterday and today has been very cool. But we have had some real hot days some time ago. Even last week, we had a few days very, very hot. But we have to be thankful for what we get. And I'm hoping that our day or evening will be very, very productive as we share what, listen to each other's opinion, respect each other's views, because it's important. That is how we learn. We have to interact with each other, communicate, you know. So when we try, there are things that we may not know that we can learn. And if we are not sure, we don't have to take it here as book and Bible. We can go over to Mr. Google or Miss Google and search it out and see if the information is really factual. Because sometimes it's more personal and persons will, deviate from that personal section because you have to guard your privacy. So sometimes it may sound a bit off. But I'm happy to be here this evening and I see I have two persons and I really enjoy seeing persons because we do have time when we want to be by ourselves and sometimes want to be in each other's company. So let us do have a wonderful and our topic this evening. Why do you think we should focus on age of consent? What about the age of consent? And we are going to see how far we can talk about it, the purpose of it, and so forth, and share our reasoning because it is worthwhile sharing. And guys, after you have watched, you can still rewatch again, share with your friends, share. I always say to share because there are times when persons are not able to join the live or they may not know about the live and they may just bounce into it accidentally and there they want to be a part of it. So if you have not yet subscribed, you can subscribe to Auntie D TV and turn on your notification bell on all so that when I put out a video or I go live, you are going to be the first one to see it. But when you don't put it on all, you're going to be not into it. And then it will just go around and it will eventually reach you, but you may be very late. And I would love for you to join the live whenever you can. So you put it on all. And you also have a look at the video before everybody else. And you can look at the membership there, where you can join a membership for a month, and we give emojis. And you can look at it, man. Familiarize yourself. It is there for you all to look at. Now I want to welcome Miss Min. Thank you saying that I'm pretty. Thank you. I have to put myself together, Miss Min, so that when I come, persons like you can give me a little commendation right? I don't want to come looking so flat. And you say, oh, couldn't she have spent some time before her mirror? Thank you, Miss Min. Thank you so much. And come on, guys, when you come on in, just like up the live. And, I always have to be begging people. Sometimes I don't have to say a word. But you like up the live and we can have a nice discussion. Because we can't start the discussion if we don't see enough persons here. So as you come, you like up the live, man. That's the best thing to do when you just step in. Like as you walk through a door, you turn the door to close it. Right. So when you come on in, you just thumbs up the live. And that's how we can start in a while. We are still a little early, so we are waiting on a little more persons to come so we can have a meaningful discussion. So come on, guys, like up the live, man. Thumbs up the live. It's a beautiful Tuesday evening. Beautiful, nice. It's a nice Tuesday evening. Hi. Hi, Beef Master Jerky from Norway. Wow, you're all the way from Norway. Happy to have you on my live. By the way, what time is it there now in Norway? It is near to 7:30 here. What time is it in Norway? Come on, guys, like up the live, man. Thumbs up the live. Like up the live, people. What time is it in Norway at this time? So I can know how many hours you are ahead of us. I think somehow you are way over 10 hours ahead. I think you could be looking into Wednesday morning by now. Oh, 1:32. Okay, yeah. 1:32 a.m., right? Or p.m. a.m. Could be a.m. I think it's you mean a.m. 1:32. So, oh, you don't know. Okay. We have about 6 hours. I think it is more though. I think you're more than 6 hours, but I understand. It's better to say you don't know than to say and then you give it incorrect. But I would have checked just the same. How are you, Beef Master? How is your day going? How have you been? Because you're into the night. How was your day? How was your day? How are you? How are you doing? Come on, man. Yeah, like up the live. I like to see when you. That's all I ask people to do. Just like up the live, thumbs it up. Yeah, I like to see that. And I don't ask for anything else. Close, sober, and hi. How are you? Welcome to the live. I see persons coming in, man. I see 5 person like up the live. I know that you're not going to stay. I know some of you just peep on me and give me the like and you're gone. But I know you may just pass back and decide to stop. And or I may be probably off the live and end the live. So if you want to like up the live and then when you go where you're going and you return, you can participate. So make sure of your space. So you just like up the live, right? Just like up the live. We're going to be talking about age of consent. Why? I don't know what that person is trying to say. I cannot even say the name. So I can't give you any recognition. It is 7:35. 7:35 here. PM. 7:35 PM. Okay. So where are you talking to me from, Isla? JB, the great man in the house, is here early. JB, happy to see you, JB. Let me big up JB, man. JB, happy blessed evening to you and to everyone in the house. Bless, love everyone. This is looking so nice. JB surprised me this evening because you came in a little bit late. Oh, you're in Vermont. Okay, you're further north. So how is Vermont now? Isn't it cold? In Isla? Isn't Vermont very cold now? With all the air coming from down from off the of the Great Lakes there. Plant this. Peace and blessings from America. I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, keep searching. You may find one. Just keep searching. Thank you, JB. So beautiful. Yeah. I like when you do it like that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Right, Isla? How is Vermont? Isn't Vermont getting cool? Because I noticed yesterday and today we feel like fall is on us. Yes, it's true. Today was cooler than yesterday. Yeah. It's early morning for you. Yes, I realize. Okay. Yeah. Come like up the live, guys. I want to see 10 likes before we start any discussion. Right, JB? I like when persons like up the live. Thank you for those pretty garden of flowers. JB, you know, we had that quiz that you had suggested. You giving the little thing, when was it mentioned? Friday evening? And we say would have done it Saturday. And then I wasn't on Saturday, I was watching the meetings at Crossroad in Jamaica. Okay, close say it's 1:37. Yeah. It's 7:37 here. You see the time is different? So, JB, I watched it and didn't remember anything about our thing for Saturday evening. So we did it. And Sunday when you were on, the internet pushed us off. And I came back. Uh, I came back and we continued. And you know, but it was nice. I said we could do it another time, but I wanted you to be a part of it. Right, JB? So I don't know. Maybe another time we do it. Isla says, I'm going into fifth grade and school starts next Wednesday. So my dad's making me go to bed. I'm so to bed. No. So I'm getting ready. Yes, my dear, go to your bed so you can go to bed. Next week when school starts now, you won't have a problem in going to bed. So tell dad good night. Tell your dad that Auntie D says good night and get ready and go to bed. Have a restful night and get up early in the morning. So when I come on in the daytime, tomorrow I'll be on in the day too. Maybe you'll catch me. So when you do, it's me, Auntie D, right? You're in 8th grade and you have school tomorrow. Okay. Have a wonderful rest and be at school early. I like when children go to school early. Early work catches the first worm. And they say early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. So I see you around another time, Isla. Have a good evening now. Oh, you subbed. Okay, thank you. I will check at the end of the live. It's not possible for me to check just now. So when the live ends, I will check. Okay? Bye, Isla. Yes, JB. The place is getting very cool. When I woke up yesterday morning, I said to myself, what is this? I had to feel my hands. Yeah, bye. Oh, bye, Chloe. Bye. Have a good evening, too. And this morning, in the night was cool, too. And this morning, I even had to walk with a little sweater to keep me warm, just in case. I said, but wait, it's just the 19th, and you could hear the sound of fall in the trees. The leaves sound like they were dry, and they were just, sawn away, and the trees were blowing, and I said to myself, what is this? Early fall, early winter. Dad is doing the right thing. Listening to your dad is yes, that's very, very, I like how these children listen to their dad. Yeah, listen to your dad. He knows what's best for you. Bye, Chloe. Have a good night and a good day tomorrow. Thank you, and you too. You can know the difference with some children, and some come on and they don't want to go on, and they give you all sort of story. Yes, JB. Yeah, man. It's only one person come on and put on fufu word. I didn't even bother to move it. I just let it stay. For maybe you see it, you might not recognize it. Yeah, it was wonderful. Then I said I would do it again, but I didn't get to. I just asked about. Are you hearing me? I just asked about like the capital. I know it nearly never happened, but one person stopped by with one who was there already, and I said let me just try it out, and it was interesting. I would do it again, and I think persons liked it. I know that's the kind of interaction YT wants. I got it was so nice, but one person never sounded so happy. Never sound very happy because he wasn't able to get any of the points. I don't think he was that settled, but I tried to make it a giveaway. One person who did very well one at a time wanted his prize. So I said this was fun. This is just for fun. So I said to myself, what is this now? I put myself in trouble because here we are planning to have fun, to make it interesting. and somebody looking for some money. And one come on and say, they meet me down at Florida. Look like we are going to have a rough winter. Yes, I believe so. I believe so. I said, I put in a, I don't know. And if it is going to be terrible, then I may just stay home. But that is why I said to you that it is nice if you could try doing the YT, because just like how I'm here talking to you, you could do the same thing. And like how you're a man, it would be nice so you'd get more followers than him. The women have it harder, you know. The man can just be walking. You know how much you see all the crowd. Did you watch the meeting with Kingston and St. Andrew Saturday night at Crossroads? It was a talking. Believe me. And if you I was able to watch the what it name? The nomination in Eastern Portland with Isaac Buchanan. Man, I never see people like that. All around the place. I just hope that they have a vote. I just hope they were enumerated. Because sometimes crowd follow crowd, you know. And sometimes half the time they're not, you know, but I believe most of them on the opposite side, that's always get enumerated. And the government side never show much interest because they are busy doing what they want to do. If you see people, they call out the ancestors, the Maroons, they come out and then blow their abeg and then knock some drum and then call up all the call up the ancestors, they come up. I may say you watch it. I said to myself, I wonder if JB watching it. Because I don't have nowhere to reach you. I said, I wish, you know, I enjoyed yesterday. I laughed. And even today, I was sort of catching some little things. But me and my cousin say hello to you. And I don't get to see much from my parish because I don't see it yet. You know, but the one in Portland, and I don't see any for the other side because me no want nobody sent. So the little bit I see of something in St. Elizabeth. It wasn't anything much. And today now I learned where one of them from Kingston, he used to go up against the Noah's wife. You know we call Noah's wife. So when he reached there, he couldn't go in. Police and soldiers block off the cordon of the place. He had to go in on a bike. A bike took him there. He nearly never get to sign the thing. You would have been late. And once you're late, the other side get it. Can you imagine? One seat would have gone just like that. So then says the lady set it up. I don't know, but the people them have energy, you know. They remind me of when Paul Bogle and his men were marching from wherever Stony go to Morant Bay, to St. Thomas, to see the governor, that they want their freedom. The people them up and down, and you know the song playing, and them marching, and the song of marching. Whoa, but Saturday night was nice. Whoa, I'm sorry I'm not home. If I was home, you know, because me first, I always go and do it the morning, you know, me always go first, because I don't like crowd. So me always, and I don't live far from the polling station. It's a few chains. So I would just take a quick walk. Look, you say, I think my dog is, I don't know. That's a decision you have to make. Yes, so it was really pleasant. It was really fun and laughter. You're quiet, man. Anyway, it was fun and laughter. I'm waiting on the topic that we are looking at, JB. I was trying to hold off. Do you want us to hold off a few minutes more? So you can, or you want me to go ahead? Just in case you fall asleep and jump out on me and leave me alone. Because only you alone is here, the others are they are just passing through. I see I'm not hearing anything from you, you know, JB. You look like you're sleeping off now, you know. I don't want to start and you're not awake. Right? Oh, that's the fries. Yes, I did. I don't see anything else. Come on, man. Let me know what to do. We are going to look at why do we think age of consent is important among us as a people. What do you understand by talking about the age of consent? What do we understand? Lucy. Oh, Lucy, good afternoon, Lucy. Lucy, come with a pretty picture. Lucy doesn't give words, she gives pictures. Thank you for the picture. Thank you for being here, Miss Warren. Thank you so much. Today is a beautiful day. It's very, very cool. You can feel we have to get ourselves prepared because this winter look like it's gonna be rough. But I do hope it will not be so bad. Okay, okay, I'm glad that you're wide awake because I don't want to start. And Lucy, don't give any word when she come in. She only give a little drop picture, a little emoji. And if I thought no one is just me and you alone, maybe you fall asleep and I don't get a response. Okay. So your thoughts on age of consent? Should we keep the knowledge, or should we observe or obey? Let me say obey. Should we obey the age of consent? What does it mean when we say and most times age of consent rests mainly with girls. I hardly see people pay attention to the boys. Have you ever noticed it, JB? That when I speak about age of consent, it's most times it's when a male figure interferes with a female who is not at the age of consent. The person is younger, and they tend to want to, it's mainly if they catch them in a compromising position or having them in their own personal space, like not allowing them to go, so or having a relationship with them. Then I realized they would talk about age of consent. But age of consent to me really refers to persons wanting to get involved. It may means sometimes you see at some clubs, places, they will put up no, and they put below the age inside here. So even JB say 18 if the young people can wait. Okay, if they can wait, you think it should be 18, but no, it is 16. And first, it was 14, and they changed it a few years ago to 16. But I don't see where it is doing much help towards them because these people are still molesting the girls. The boys are not being so much affected like the girls. And some of these girls, they lead the men them into doing things. And then some of them are so mature that you think they are of the age when they are below the age. And they will tell you lie too that, oh, I'm 17, I'm 18. Good evening, Yvonne. Ragnat, how are you, Yvonne? How are you doing, Miss Ragnat? Where in the world are you from, Yvonne? Where in the world are you calling me from, watching me from? I'm happy to see you on, and I hope you'll give a contribution to our topic. We are talking about the age of consent, the importance of it. So I hope you can make a reasonable contribution. We don't put, you're doing good, you're in Florida. Wow. So how is Florida? Because here is very cool. Outside is very cool. Although the sun is shining today, it was very cool. And it was very cool yesterday. How is Florida? How is Florida, Miss Yvonne? I would think Florida is cool too. Or is it warm? Being so close to the Gulf and the hurricane season. Hi, Cheryl. What happened to you today, Cheryl? Why are you sad? I was hoping. Good evening to you too. I was hoping it's a bit humid. It was very over. Yes, the day was overcast, but the sun came out after. But it has a coolness. It have a fall-like look, a fall-like feeling. So you have to have on something a little, it's a little chilly. But throughout the day has been chilly. Yeah, it's abuse and rights. Uh, Abuse and rights in the sense um of the most time it's a male who does it, the males, and sometimes they don't know that the girls are not speaking the truth about their age. It's when it comes to legal aspect of it now, then you realize sometimes the men are confused. But you know what it tells me? These men must be responsible. Never look at a person and assume the age, even if they tell you. And if you're going to look at somebody that young, you must have a proper knowledge of who you're approaching. Because it can mean court issue. And they have prison term for it. Yeah, because they claim that the men are just running around, and especially the taxi men, and they have other people too. And sometimes these children are faced with it in their very homes by their other relatives who molest them. But yeah, both of what you said is true. But why? Sometimes I blame these girls too. Why? The way they dress, right? If they are in their home with their very parents, or walking on the street, or going to this mall, or going someplace, they have on some little bit of skimpy thing. Not that it gives permission for the man to want to think things to make an approach. But sometimes when you put things in their way, you have some of them who are very weak. They will become abusive and do the R, we call it the great, right? They will do those things because some people cannot resist temptation. They feel that once they are in this space, they must do what their mind tell them to do. But sometimes these girls, especially school girls, they tend to want to go with older persons. They always say they don't want to go with their own age group. You ever hear that yet? Have you ever heard that yet, JB and Cheryl? Cheryl, we are talking about age of consent. What are your views on age of consent? Is it important? Should we obey it? Is it being kept? What are your views on it? I think it is important to have an age of consent so it can be known throughout. But keeping it up only within certain instances when you hear of a certain case, to me is not enough. I think it's something that should be so talked about in schools, in churches, wherever you have a gathering of people, right? Because too many times these persons go into relationships and ended up with unwanted pregnancy, right? Yvonne says, yes, because the older men can take care of them, give them money and other stuff. That's true. They don't want school, but that is, yeah, no, they don't want the schoolboys. And that is why I see more of these things, age of consent, pointing to the girls and to the boys. The boys are hardly, it's very rare their names will call if they were mixed with the person and they don't want to call the other person out by the street. Then, you may have a thing, or you have some battery go on, gang rape, gang thing happen. Then, but the boys are never so plenteous, but it's always the ladies, the young girls. I don't know if it's the exploring or if it is exposure or it's economic condition. They don't have the finance and they need to go to school. They need they have needs. So they look to somebody who have more than them. Right? So I think it should be so taught that 18, 18 is a big number, and I would think that 18 probably could be good, better than 16. But if it was 14 and they were attacking 14, I will see where I've seen in the media where children as early as 12 got pregnant, you know, and you don't know of anything that is done with the person, or you don't hear of anything. You hear they keep talking about this registry. You don't hear of anything being done to know if, you know, something, a plug is put there so that it doesn't happen to others. But sometimes these girls, they run away from home and they follow friends and go stay at other people's, where nobody knows them. And then they stay there because they are free and they like the life of being free, not counting on the responsibility that will come after. Yvonne says, Auntie D, sometimes the mothers put them out to older men. Very true, at an early age because of finance. That is true. Send them out. So tell them to go because they need to go to school. I don't have any money. You go. And they go and spend the night or wherever, and they get some money and they come back. Or the person bring the money for them. So you find that whatever they need, the person will supply. You have an exchange. You have an exchange. And then now, pregnancy come up, they drop out of school. And most times, when they become, in that situation, they don't bother go anywhere sometimes. They don't bother to go and study any further. When you look, number 2 come, then number 3. JB said, Ivan, you are right. I agree with you. 100. Yes, it's true. She's speaking the truth. It's true. But how are we? How are we going to really do anything if these older men are men who are older than they are, right? Would get themselves into that situation. And them too, being young, happy for the assistance. Then you find that what? When the problem comes, the man disappears and said, don't call my name. She's left alone, everybody gone, leave her alone. So she's going to raise a child without, maybe that person have a family, you know. So I don't really know, but I say let me put it out because there are many persons who don't pay attention. They don't pay attention to that aspect of a relationship or of growing up. And sometimes these parents, although they put them out, they don't teach them, they don't tell them. So the parents keep back certain knowledge, and the children, and some of them, they know what they're doing out there to do is wrong, but they can't do any better because if they don't go, then the parents may run them out of the house and they don't get any food to eat, or they might cannot go to school, right? They may not be able to go to school. So you find that they are forced. And sometimes it's happening right in the very homes where they are at, too. And they can't say anything. They have to just work with it until when they are able to escape, they make an escape. Sometimes they can't escape it because they have nowhere to go. But I think it should be an age that is upheld. It should be so taught so that they can speak boldly, so that if they think they are being abused in that fashion, or even to now they have a law up here too that says it's called a no touch law. So you better see somebody and don't touch them. Or you keep your eyes in ahead of you and don't pay attention because it could be termed something else, you know. So we have to pay attention. We have to pay attention to that part of it. That part of, what should I say? The age of consent. And sometimes too, I think I think enough is not being, what should I say, being pushed in that era for them to even know. But like what Yvonne had said, financial means. Parents sending them out, they don't have a choice. You know, they don't have a choice. Parents sending them out, so they have to go. Failing that, they may have to leave home. Or they don't have a choice. Nowhere to go, nothing to, nobody paying any mind. So you have to go and fend for yourself. So can you imagine a child who has to go and do that and then be back home to go to school, do homework, do all those things and perform at her best so she can have something, some form of education so she can exist properly. So that's my take on it. I don't know if anybody else want to add something to it as well. I don't like how people name up, like people say, say what they have to say. Let it be let it be open. Let it be an open discussion. Lucy not saying anything, so I can ask her. What you say, Cheryl? What are your views on consent? Age of consent. Age of consent. Because as soon as the people fall off the rail and leave me alone here. So I want you to wake up and come along with me. What are your views, Cheryl? Should it be obeyed? Should it be kept? Is it a weak system? Is it effective? Is it growing? Is it meaningful? What do you think? I hope this is not sticking on me, Because sometimes stick. Okay, good thing I move. This person is saying consent should be given if the couple are married and over 25 years old. I don't understand what you mean. If they are married, do they need to give consent to each other? If they are married, we're looking at being consent, not just consenting adults, but consenting, should I say, I don't know if I should say children. I'm looking at consenting among, persons who are not yet at the age of making a proper decision. In some countries, the age of consent varies. I know that, But I'm just looking at a point from where a younger person who is not married, maybe of a school age, more of a school age that we are looking at. But if it's consenting adults being married, okay, so you're saying that there should be no sex before marriage. I agree with that. But that marriage, whoa, you're working tonight. Whoa, you ought to be tired, man. I was listening for you, and I said, I don't see you come on. I said, whoa, so you're going to do long hours tonight? What time your shift ends? What time are you going to be finished? I don't know if I can help keep your company. What time your shift ends? About 10? I don't hope to be on until that time. No, it's about no, it's supposed to be after 8. No, it's supposed to be after 8. And I'm hoping that we could do even an hour. Very rare to do. There's too many simple pregnant women with no daddies. That is true. So how are we to get these women, young women, who we're looking at them at school age? right? They are of school age, maybe they are in their teens. They would have been in their teens going to school and having a relationship that will hinder their learning, and because they can't focus on that at the same time, and they can't they can't give consent towards anything. So you're going home tomorrow and you're working again tomorrow. Whoa! So so you're going to be working all night tonight? Well, I don't know if I can be much of a company. Um, but from my eyes, I almost feel like they want to close already. But I'm going to still, JB, don't want me to go away so quickly. So I'm going to try and stay on as long as I can. So if you can catch and pitch in every now and again, it will be nice, right? JB said the young girl them love big man. They love the big man them too. That is true because you know what? Why the big men them has they are more mature and their brain is more mature. They know what the younger girls want. They know that it's money. It's not so much love. It's what they can give them, and they know the needs of those girls. They know, right? They would say it should be in law that it's illegal to have sex before marriage. If a woman is made pregnant and not married, they should be sent to prison for, oh Lord, no man, damn rude man. That is too harsh. That is too harsh. For 15 years, so what would happen to the baby? That I can agree to that one. That one is too hard. Well, sometimes we need to have harsh rules, and when they are harsh, they will not be broken. But 15 years, that means that that mother will not be in the child's life much because she'll be locked away and the child has to go to school. So the child will have to go to school experiencing prison life with the mother. I think it's kind of hard, you know. You want to make it so rigid that they will not get pregnant. Honestly, people should get married before having children. But some of the homes, them just as well, although they are married, it's not even working. But at least when they are married, it's a little more secure. It's more secure. It's a little more secure because they have the father there, right? The parents are there. Sometimes the father then run away or the mother then run away and leave them. They run away and leave them. Peter said, JB, good night. JB said, not all of the big man them have some of them, not all of the big man them. Some of them don't have no sense. Yeah, some of them, they deny their family back in the home. They don't give their wife or their family any money to buy any grocery. They take everything and take it to the younger girl's house where they spend all the money and everything is just nice and dandy. But in their own home, they don't do anything. They don't make their family happy. And then at a certain point now, when the girls think they have had enough, they tend to turn away the men, turn them away. They don't want them anymore. And the men, they become discouraged. And sometimes they do bad things too, you know. They do bad things because they think that they spent their money and they want their reward. And the girls turn their back on them. You understand me? The girls then leave them and will have somebody else. And they can't take that. Sometimes they fret and analyze themselves. Because you know why they would analyze themselves to me? Because they're ashamed. Because they take everything and give to the younger girl and they leave their home with nothing. And sometimes the wife and the kids hungry or they are being mocked. People laugh at them and tease them. And sometimes the girls them throw some little words on the family and let them feel bad. But I'm just saying that there should be law, yes, mommy, I agree with you. But 15 is kind of hard, kind of long. And there are some people, they will never get married. No matter how old they get, they will never get married. And some marriage again doesn't work. Teta says, the men know the assignment. They don't care. They know their assignment because they know what the men, are looking for one thing because they say the girls are younger and they have all sort of things to say about the younger body compared to the one that is more used up, right? Let me say that the one that they're accustomed to already. So they're accustomed to something. You didn't say every day they're eating chicken, they want to eat fish. They don't want chicken every day. So they go outside and get some fish or some mutton or some pork and come back home to what they have. Cheryl says sometimes when they get sick, they bring them back. Yes, I would say most of the time, when they get sick, they don't want to look after them anymore because they were already older than the girls. So after they take everything from them, almost suck them dry, and they get sick, they pack them up and tell them, say, go home to your wife. They're not going to look after any sick person because you're getting older and you have pain and you have different ailments, diabetes, and the different sickness that people do have. And you cannot perform the job as it used to be because the body gets older and is not so effective. So the girl is not going to stay anymore. That is after they have had a relationship for a period of time. And you know what I see some people do? When they go into a relationship and the person was below the age of consent, not yet reaching the age, they take them to court after that. I've seen it happen. They take them to court after that because the crime was committed and it was not attended to. Cheryl says, I saw this young girl come and bring back the man in in wheelchair and the wife take him back. But by law, she said till the doors part, that's what they signed to. And maybe the wife will get a blessing. Maybe all through the years, as the time she was there talking to the Lord and praying. Some wives can pray and pray and pray. And when to come back, and again too, when you look and see the man don't have anywhere to go, and he ran away and left his house for a younger person, and have to come back, and you may have to feed him, do all sort of things, provide shelter and food to give him. He's going to be so ashamed that he's not going to live long. They don't live long when they go back home because their mind was not on coming back. Their mind was to stay where they were. Tessa says, Cheryl, that I saw that happen. She paid a taxi to bring him back home to the wife in Portmore. Lord Jesus. So, yes, sister, it is real. It is real. I miss you, Teta, because I know you'd have had so many experiences, seeing things. It is real. People do turn them away. They have them from they were below the age of consent, not yet ready. They were so young. And they have some of the men too. They watch the young girls as they grow. Teta says, if it was me, I paid the taxi driver to bring him back. Cheryl said, Auntie, may have night service and Bible study. Oh, Jesus. All right, Cheryl, nice to have you. Cheryl, I don't know, but I didn't see you put out the thing today. I didn't see you put out anything at all. And I was eager, but I saw some of it on somebody post something, and the same lady, she was in the vehicle and she took her team go down into the area where the people were having their party. So you must know if you were from that side or not. And it wasn't looking right, and they had to turn and leave because the two why she go down there with her side? That's not I said look at that, I said my. The people they were really upset. I'm glad that they left, they went away. They look embarrassed. And they were all there and they went down into it. You know? JB said most of the time, okay, Cheryl, enjoy the Bible study. I don't know if you'll catch me back after the Bible study, but if you see me on and you want to come, feel free. But I want to try to see if I can open up my eyes and stay a little longer because I don't want JB disappear again. He disappearing out most of the week, most of the days this week, so I have to hold him tight. JB says most of the time the women are the biggest part of the problem. They don't know how to talk to man. Man. They don't know how to talk to man. Man can't manage it when women talk down to them. And disrespect man can't manage. I think you're right. They can't manage. They will retaliate. And Tetler says him did get a same thing because he have high blood pressure and get a stroke. Cheryl says, me having a sad day, auntie. Why? What I cannot. She said good night. What happened to you? You can't tell me you come and say you have a sad day. Is it the rain that put up the place, the storm? Is it the freak storm causing the problem? Is it the freak storm, Cheryl? I'm trying to catch up my things. I don't want to fall down. I said that you want to fall over, you know. Whoa. I don't like when you say having a sad day. Then you just come on and think. I'm so sorry and I don't have any way of okay, okay, I'll try and go on IG and see. But I don't remember you know your name on IG. I don't know your name. And I don't think we follow each other, you know. But whatever it is, be strong. And has it got anything to do with yesterday? I hope not. Because you said you had a freak storm. So I hope nothing happened so to damage anything for you. Because nobody wants any disappointment around them knowing or any sadness. Honestly, it's cheaper for you to exist with the little that you have than to have to replace anything. It's really cheaper to. It's that's why they say it's cheaper to live than to bury a person when they have passed on. You have to find all that amount of money to do those things. But the little bit that you have, you can do with it as the time goes by. Yes, my dear. So hope she feels better later. Yes, Tetla. I hope Ivan is there. People has been leaving. That's why I have to grab them as they come in. Yes, stroke is one of the commonest things among them, and diabetes. Because they're worrying, and sometimes they see where the relationship is going, you know. They see that the younger person is not interested. They rush them, they shout at them, they tell them, go here, yeah, go home. They tell them things, and they drop some word, and they feel bad. You know, when they feel bad, when they know they spent time there from the person was young, and they fix up the house, and they furnish a place, and they buy a car, and they make everybody happy. But when health failing, they don't want them around them. So sometimes they gain when the parents send them out, so they become wealthy, if you know what I mean. They get somebody who is very cashy. But it is not to me right because the age group they are more experienced than the young lady. The children, I don't even want to call them children because I don't like to call a 16-year-old a child, honestly. You know, I call them young people. So they don't want to be seen with them. Maybe they're going to walk with a cane, or they're walking where they're having pain. They don't want to be seen with them. Sometimes they wear the denture and they know their mouth when they have to eat the food or age. When they are young, you know, with the younger girl, everything is nice. But when they are getting older, with the younger girl, getting a little more mature, and they are going down, then the problem starts. The problem starts. The monkey won't get up again. Monkey gone to sleep. And they could beat the monkey so many times that they call it monkey. Monkey gone to sleep. Now the younger lady, a younger person, will not tolerate that. So along the way, they would have lost. And in most cases, the men lose. The men lose. and they try to put up resistance, the girl, the young ladies will take them to the court that they had violated them when they were not yet of age. They were still yet below the age of consent. Now they don't want to go to prison, so they pack up their things and they go find some place else and go. And some families are really strong and determined, you know. They have to give them everything, and then the men collapse and gone out, become non-existence. They unalive. They can't bear it. They can't take it. Shame, you know. They say shame is not a weight you can lift in your hands, but you can break your neck. You know, shame unalive you. Shame bring on stress. Shame bring heart attack. Shame bring on so much sickness that you can't cope. Your heart gets so stressed out that you just give. And when your heart even give, they send. They're not going to take out the funeral expense. They send it to the family, the wife or whoever to take over. But saying this and that, it points to the fact that age of consent should be observed from day one. Stay within your limits. Some of these men, they are really kind of pleasant, and sometimes these young people take it for granted. But you have to know when, where to run jokes so that somebody doesn't misinterpret it and it goes beyond where you don't want it to go. You understand me? So we looked at it. Teta, what else do you want to say about it? And JB, if I what time it is? Whoa, 8:24. We're soon to be almost an hour here. So can we point on to another aspect? What about when age of consent leads to marriage? Persons who are within that age group, do you think they should get married? Somebody had said that people should not get married until they are over 25 years, and if they do get pregnant before marriage, they should be given 15 years in prison. So how about when an older person is married to somebody who is not yet? But I don't think the law protects. I think they'll have to wait until the person reaches the age of consent. They may get them pregnant and then hide the relationship. But for it to become legal to be married, they have to achieve the age. They have to achieve the age of consent by law. As I said, a lot of vehicles coming in and you're counting them. Boy, look at make sure that they work up where you work, When I get a little extra, eh? I get a little extra tetra, man. Because I hold the book for you and you just count. Because the real thing begins now, Nomination was yesterday. So the real thing begins now. For the next 2 weeks. Yeah, so you only can listen. So, custom here. I don't think what you're saying. Alright, so, JB, can we add another point? Do you want to add another point to it? I'm trying to stay on as long as I can. But, I don't know. You're there, Ted. I realize you're there. But I'm not getting a response on JB, and maybe he's on someplace else. I hope I'm going to tomorrow. I hope to come on tomorrow too. I don't know what time. But I really should have come on earlier today. But I'm telling you guys, it was not so easy. And I said I was going to come on for about 7. Then it reached 7:30. Let me see, go close to 8. Me say, no, sir. I have to go before. So we are on exactly an hour now, and I feel much better, much better. But I want to stay with Tetla a little more. So I don't know. We probably could divert. Tetla, do you have something else you want to say before we push into one? We can still add something else. Anything else you want to add to the age of consent, or we can move on to another topic. Well, there's only one person said that if you get pregnant before marriage, you should get 15 years in prison. How about that? How do we feel about that? Do you think 15 years is enough or too much? Only two persons are here, and I think one of them is Tetla, and I don't. It seems as if Ivan is gone. Cheryl is gone too, but she is unhappy. But we are trying to hold the fort. We are trying to hold the fort. They said 16. Yeah, 16. I know it's six. It was 14. In my time of going to school, it was 14. They used to have some big girls. The boys used to look big too. But then you even have some girls now who tell the people and tell the men then that they are 16 and they're not 16. It's when they get pregnant and the parents pressure them and they go to child family court, then they say the child said that they were that. You know? So okay, I want to wait still. But Miss she says 16 is reasonable because 18 is the voting age, and in England, 16 will soon to be the voting age. "16 will soon be the voting age in England." They are thinking about it, right? So I think 16 here out there is good. But if one has to be, if the somebody else said it should be 25, but they should get married at even 25. But if it's going to be 25 for age of consent, then me think me not say it will be too far down. Too far down. Nobody not going to wait until the girl reach 20 plus. They will say they get old. So I still think 16 is reasonable. The age 16 is reasonable. But I believe there should be other conditions that goes with it to make it more effective. That says because they knew more young people is every week. Yes. More young, because when I was going to school, they were saying that it was 7 women to 1 man. I don't know where it reached now. It can't be the same 7. It can't be the same 7. It has to be more. It was 7 in this. They used to say it was 7 to 1, but it can't be the same. It must be more to one man. So because it is so much, wherever the men go, they always find young girls. Let me call them young girls, and there will always be poor young girls. Well, the young girls that have money, they look elsewhere. But the ones that doesn't have any money are the ones that are underprivileged, and they have to look to a man for help because nothing. Most of the time they are living with their single parents. So the mother will put them out, send them to go and look. They say, go catch, go and find, get some, so you can get some form of support. And sometimes they go to clubs and wherever, and a lot of things do happen to them because they are out there facing the elements, drugs, prostitution, and everything that is bad. Thank you very much, JB. And when they are faced with drugs, sometimes they don't even know who they are going to. They contract themselves to some places like brothels, and then they are being, they're less fortunate. Then they are being targeted, and they drug them and use them up and drop them off someplace. Some of them they unalive them. Nobody hear. Some of them that don't know where they carry them go. Nobody hear of them again. You understand me? So now when they use them to send to other places, for other services. And sometimes I think they are within close proximity, but they have them under such strict they cannot get out. So they have them like some slaves, sex slaves. And you know you have businesses that operate where people go and pay their money and they provide that service. So it is best when these children, these young people, stick to the age of consent and don't try to look outside of that, because to me trouble is there. Trouble is there. Trouble there. Trouble is there. So stick to the rules. Satisfied what they see. It is hard to stick to the rules, you know, when especially mothers. I don't think the fathers, children who live with their fathers, I don't think the fathers send them out so much like the mothers do. Thank you, JB. I like that garden. I like it's just perfect. It's not overcrowded. It's just perfect. I like it. You know the style, JB. You know the style. Yeah. I don't think the fathers do send them out. I think they are being sent out mainly by their mothers. And you have some mothers, when they go, the mothers them even make up to the person. Can I remember something had happened to some people up in town there. We are settler, and they say it was the mother who would normally collect the money and allow the person to go to the daughter. And that day in question, I don't know what happened. The girl was not up to it, and the mother had already taken the money. So they say the person unalives the girl. Yes, and sometimes they follow friends. Exactly. They follow friends. Friends, they go where they want to go. Friends take them out. Anybody you see love go a party, you know, watch it. Watch it. What they call it, pimp. Yeah. Anybody you see love go to parties. Every weekend there's a party someplace. Watch it. You don't know who they are going there to meet. They don't know who. And this one set up this one. And sometimes they will travel this, they will not do things in their own parish. They do it in other. And again, some of them go and dance, go dancing. Because it's a quick way. I don't know how the money is paid there. But the owner for the club provide place for them to stay. Or they dance and then they leave at certain hours. But most time they overnight. They dance for the night. And then leave the next day. You know, they get paid to dance and they get paid to use up their body with those people. So sometimes you look at it, it's really sad. It's sad, but they have no choice. If these mothers were not doing these things, I'm assuming, then maybe, you know, it wouldn't be so bad. But persons have to take responsibility. And these poor young people, they want to go to school, some of them, and they want to look like the others. They want to have money to spend. They want to have on their nice bag and their nice shoes and, you know, look nice too. They want to be seen. So they don't mind where they get it from, as long as they get it. As long as they get it, they don't mind it. And then the mic is getting low. Okay. Yeah. Let me change the mic. I have it on for an hour. Let me just a second. Yeah. Let us say they call them pimp. Yeah, man, they're all over the place. And then now when you look at it, how about when these people, I realize that Ivan is gone, it should have been responded. When you look at these people, JB says, some father is very protective. Yes, I think the fathers are more protective over their daughters. The good father. Yes, I believe all fathers are protective, and I think the mothers are not so protective. Because the fathers may go to other people's daughters. You understand? But they are very protective of their own. The mothers are always a little more loose, a little more, not so firm. Give in, you know, and they want to encourage. And most of the time, they are single mothers, single. So they alone cannot pay the bills and they don't have anybody to come in and stand up with her. So she may go and borrow somebody person, just the same. So she encourages children, especially their girls, to go and borrow. She may push the boys to go and hustle, maybe go and peddle what is not right. Yeah, so I think some of the ways it can be that. It can be that the fathers are protective. JB is protective too. What he will not do, what he will not do, what he will do is stand up firm. That he doesn't want anybody to use his children as pushovers and cause them to feel less. But sometimes this is a way of causing them to lose their self-esteem. That way they are open up to being raped. They are open to that because they are out there with the elements when they are not supposed to be. Can you imagine a 15-year-old at a dance or at a party where everything is everything for adults? They are into every story. Tetla says we must be independent as a parent. We have to be. They hear every story, everything that takes place, which should not be to their hearing. You understand me? Should not be to their hearing. And they are into the middle of it. And sometimes they grow up in it. The mother and them go to party, the mother and them go a dance. So as they saw the mother growing, carrying them little bit, them inside the dance and the daughter the dance. Hi Jeremy, hi, how are you doing, Jeremy? Welcome. Happy to see you. Thank you for your hugs and your likes. Thank you for everything. Yes, Jeremy, I see you. I see you. I'm trying to be good too, like you. And we are just here few in number. And I was about Jerry looked like he was watching me, I was here trying to keeping myself awake. So we're trying to pull apart the idea of how we should look at the importance of consenting among, I let me say, I don't want to just say girls because it goes for both boys and girls. I don't want to say young women because our young ladies, maybe I say young ladies mean they're still in their teens. Somebody said, greetings to you and all. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you. Jerry, I don't throw you away, believe me, I don't throw you away at all. But pressure bust pipe. If I hear the term, pressure bust pipe, so I'm trying to have myself come to, because sometimes the pressure touch down, it really touch down. I should just try keep a level head. Yeah, so what are your views on consent among, let me say, young people, teenagers? Teenagers may be better than we say young people. I don't like calling them children. But children to me is up to 12. When they reach their teens, I like calling young people or young ladies. So we are looking at consent among that age group. Do you think it is effective? Do you think it is important? Somebody said the age of consent should be 18. Somebody said it should be 25. Somebody say the only persons who are married should have children. If single parents, if a woman should get pregnant, they are not married, she should go to prison for 15 years. So what are your views on it? Well, something slipped by. Jeremy says super, 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 super. What you trying to say, Jeremy? Because say super, 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 super. Jeremy said, Auntie, to tell you the truth, if I did have a daughter, I'll be very protective over her. The way how me see man treat women and people daughter, I'll be wearing the orange. I know what you say wearing the orange. All right, they are in jumpsuit. I know because some of us as parents, the love that we have and the reality. But sometimes when I talk to these young people, they don't listen. Okay, Jeremy say just keeping the chat active. Okay, okay, all right. So how you doing, Jeremy? How are you doing? Um, Teta says plenty older men hide and doing it because they are popular. They don't want no one to know them. Yes, they hide, sneak. You remember when tinted glass? I don't know if people still tint glass car vehicles. Remember when the glass used to tint dark, so nobody knows who's inside. You remember? I don't know if they still tint. I think the tinting kind of removed now, and it was only for private vehicles. Well, yes, they do it. They just say plenty. Yeah, they don't want anybody to know they're dealing with it. And then these younger girls who are within the age of consent, they are younger than the age. They are so fleety. They are just nice and chirpy. And they do anything before the wife or the woman that the man is living with or the man's children. I have seen so much. I'm have to say, boy, them dry, yeah, you see, but they don't care. And the man is up to it, and then the girl is up to it. Because the girl wants the money, and the man has the money. So bees and the honey go together, not thinking about what can happen. Teta said the police are skeptical about tinted. Okay, tinted glass. I remember some time ago, they used to have the tinted glass. But I not so no. Because up here no glass, no tint. Pure clear glass. Because you don't know who passed you. You understand me? You don't know who is in the vehicle. You see, maybe you see one or two tint, but you don't see it that much. You don't see it that much. Yes, man. Yes, that's how it is, my dear. Let me take a sip of water. Because I have to wet my throat. So that my throat now. So we probably, I'm sure we might hit the 2 hour tonight. Because, boy, it kind of feels ticklish tonight, Ted now. We're trying to make the topic interesting, but it's just the three of us that are here. And we are trying, but we can't give up. So maybe we go down to I see the time. 8:45, 15 to 9. So if we go another 15 minutes, it will be hour and a half. Oh, somebody's here. Good will never fail us. Good night, good will never fail us. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, yes, I forget I saw it. Yes, in the social media where Teta says 8 prisoners were escaped from Constant Spring lockup yesterday. Okay, Goodwill says she's good. And it was 9 and they caught 1 and 8 is out. Something like that. So how are you? You're good. So how is everything otherwise? How is everything otherwise? We're talking about age of consent among teenagers. I say teenager because I don't want us to think of a wider age. Because in some places, some countries it's 16. I don't know for sure how much is it here. But I know that people sometimes don't obey that rule because sometimes they look at a person and assume the age, and sometimes the young ladies know that they are not yet at that age and they get into a relationship and involve which they themselves are not ready mentally for. So sometimes a baby do come, and when that do happens, or they are found in compromising position, then you would hear that she said she was over the age or whatever. So what are your views now? Somebody had said that the age of consent should be 18, one say 25, one say people should not have children out of wedlock, and if that happens, they should go to prison for 15 years. What are your views on it? God will never fail us. What are your views? Let us hear what you have to say. But you would have seen the comments that some people make so far. Yes, let me just touch on until she finish, right? Yes, I saw it, and I say, what a time to have people escape from lockup now. In the heat of the time when this thing is in progress for the next 2 weeks. How are they going to get back those persons now? They're not going to get them back. They're gone. It looks like one didn't don't no, they cut out some place and get out. Then when those things were being cut, they didn't hear the steel being cut. How somebody carrying steel? I don't know what to say. Because if you cut steel, you have to use the hacksaw blade or something. How you going to rub that on it and nobody? So everybody in that cell escape. How they going to get them back now? They will walk past them and they don't know it's them. Because they're going to change their features and fix up themselves. They're not going to recognize them. And the bad things that they went in there for, they may just come out now and go retaliate. I'm just praying that they will get back all of them in. So people feel it's safe. Can you imagine walking around and don't know that those persons are brushing your shoulder? Hey, Tetla. Sorry. I'm not seeing anything from God will never fail us. God will never fail us. Seems like she pop off. She just drop in and drop out. But I still think, yes, Tetla, these people, no. Hi, Namish. How are you, Namish? Where in the world are you talking to me from, Namish? These people do know when to make things happen at convenient time. Don't think that they don't know what they're doing. We just hope that things. Namish says, I suspect I saw the name and I said it sounds like an Indian. Namish says, hi there, I am good. How about you? I am good so far, and I'm thankful we had a very cool day, and it's a cool night too. I think I may have to use something a little thicker to go to rock cover with because I woke up in the night. I was surprised. I didn't expect it to be so cool, but you know, we are still in summer. But based on what I'm seeing for the past couple of days, summer is finished. Fall has started, so it's very very cool. Nami says he's from Nepal, and I'm from right here. I'm from the Caribbean, and I'm happy to meet you. What time of day do you have there now, Namish? What time of day is it there now? And I'm happy that you joined the live. We're talking about age of consent among teenagers. What are your views on that? Whoa, it's 6:30 a.m. there, and it's going up to 9 o'clock here. So you see, you have so many hours ahead of us. You're over 9 hours ahead of us. Over 9 hours. That is it. So they don't know them. They only have photos for 3. Can you imagine? And they caught one and 8 at large. Photos for 3. They don't have for none. So they don't know none. Then tell me something. You see the system? Once you go, that's why sometimes I prefer here. Once you are taken in, no matter how short the time, if it's for a couple hours, your photos are taken. Certain things are preliminary. They have to be done. They have to be done. So they don't have no pictures, so nobody know nobody. And believe you me, I think this thing will rock. I'm just hoping that the Lord will just stand up for things to be, done smoothly and fairly and not bring any problem, because it is hard. It's hard. Nobody wants to brush shoulders with persons like that. And you don't know where they're going to head to. They are from different places. And remember that era there is not a nice place neither. Whoa. Not even one or two, but a whole nine. That's look, and it just look like it's all puzzle puzzles, some puzzles, jigsaw puzzle. You have to shake it up again and come again and see how it fits. So Namish, what do you have to say about our discussion now? I'm listening for your comment. We want persons to comment so we can all share the discussion. We don't want people just pop on in and then just take time and run off. We respect everybody's views. Come on, guys. I see 9 persons there now, and only 12. We can get so much likes from some of you guys, man. Even if you don't want to come in, you can like up the live a little bit, thumbs up the live, man. We can have a nice little talk to see how well some of us can deal with a situation if we have our little, well, I don't have any daughter, but some of us have our little daughters. We can put it in their brain. Wait, go to school, study. Wait until when you're of age to make sensible decisions. These guys are coming around to do, just that one thing, or they may lead you astray to go and get mixed up into doing other things. And then now you lose your way. So if the person want to go and study for a high profession job, they just cut short because they got messed up. They got messed up. I was looking for it, I never see it. Okay. Nami says, what the age of consent in your place? It's 16. Okay, God will never fail us. I found it now. Yesterday I was telling my daughter that do not let no one beat on you, because no matter what, I've been through no one ever touched me. Okay. Okay. I think you did right. God will never fail us. Because we need to remind them. We can't just say we tell them one time and 2 times. It has to be so ongoing. It's like how you tell them, oh, they know they should go and brush their teeth or bathe or whatever. It has to be something to tell in their brain constantly. Because you have some people out there, they are like monsters. They prey on the innocent. And they know how to prey on them and get their head confused and mix up. So sometimes you have to shun the very appearance of evil. Because when they hold them, sometimes some of them, they trust whoever is giving them stories. Because they don't just attack them one time. They befriend them and they use all sort of things and, to get them to confident them. And then they launch. And because they are young, they're not looking along that line. If you tell them that, they're not going to believe you. Because they trust the person who is putting the offer to them. And that person know the opportune time when to launch the attack. Sometimes they launch it is somebody who you're used to, just the same, as well as some of our parents who send out their children to do it. So we have to work with them. When we say work, we have to work with them and study everything, study their behavior, know their friends, and have that relationship with them so that they will not keep away anything. Because I'm telling you, it's not easy out there. You know this song said, it's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there now. Yeah, Nami says, okay, Auntie D, I need to go to work. Okay, nice that you stopped by. As you said, I see you around. Yes, happy that you stopped by, and I hope you thumbs up the live, and that you plan to come by another time too. Bye, Namish. Yeah, God will never fail us. Say yes. There is so much going on, and it's crazy and it's scary. And these poor young children, let me say it, young people or teenagers, they some of them don't listen, and some don't believe when what you tell them. They don't believe that, and it's when they actually into the middle of it now, it comes back. And sometimes they are so embarrassed, they will not say anything. And because they tell them not to talk and they will not say anything, it's not easy as a parent to find out. Not easy. Because they know that if you find out, you're going to stop it. And some of these guys are smart. Smart. JB says sometimes it's bad company. Yeah, lead them down the road, the wrong. Yeah, and then sometimes friend set up friend in a way. Sometimes they not even expect that their friend would lead them into that situation. Nothing wrong with that. What is wrong with that? And they don't, we call it peer pressure. They don't want to be left out. And they're, she don't have no boyfriend. And this person down the road, this person drives a type of car. And this person likes, which it was me. I've been to school too, you know. And I don't know, but I realize in my time, I was 14 years old. And I think we had looked big. Even when we were going to primary school in my time, God never says, JB, it is true. And Teta says, their brain are fully developed. So how are they going to say yes to having an intercourse? Or are they going to say, yes, you can touch me here and touch me there and whatever? They say because they have a mouth. But they're not looking at what can happen as a result of certain conversations. You know? And friends, I'm telling you, friends. You go to school, you want friends. You go to school to socialize. But sometimes the socializing is rough. Because you don't want to be alone. Because they want to say a nerd. They find all kind of critical word to say. Group work, nobody wants in their group. You're alone. And sometimes too, you see they having lunch and some of them love still on each other lap and behave a certain way. And you grow your child not to, and then the child is out there fighting what you teach and what they're learning at school. It's not easy. God will never fail us says, I keep telling my daughter every day that every friend is not your friend. No friend at all is a friend, but you just need to socialize. Because one of the things too, you see when they put them in group to do group work, I can't tell you. Normally, in my time, you go to the library. Because we didn't have internet. You go to the library or you have to go and interview somebody to get the information. So you meet at the library, maybe more than likely after school or on a Saturday. When they're going to the library on a Saturday, they dress like they are adults. They have to dress to impress whoever is going to be in the group at the library. And after library, they don't just hurry and go back home again. They find somewhere to go and chill. So when they reach back home, it's late. They're out there. She said, right, so let me just help them and keep talking. But something you talk, and when I hear some people talking about some things, and then they say their tongue almost to drop out because they repeat the same thing. And when they found out, it was too late. And some of these men are like lizard or cat. So I just say, poof. That I don't want to laugh. They are so cunning and they know how to, they know to work around some of the friends them. So you have to let them focus on the type of friends that they should mix with. And when you mix with certain type now, and they have relationship with certain teachers, your parents and the teacher relate, so the teacher will, kind of oversee some things for you. But it's difficult for the teacher to oversee everybody. There may be so many hundred children in the school and with different behaviors, you know. But I still don't give up. We still, that's why I say, when they are a baby, they're like handbags. Everywhere you go, you want to have them. And when they are old, are they, you want to have them. And when they are old enough to be on their own, it's like you wish you were around the corner to see and hear everything. So your mind is like, Lord, I wonder what is happening. You see somebody look at her or she talk to somebody, you're hoping that anything out of the norm. Because they have to communicate. Primary school, they do coursework, group work. High school, college. Well, in high school, it's a testing. I wouldn't say the primary school. In high school, it's a testing. So, but when they reach college now, you believe they can stand on their feet strongly. But in high school, you have to be there. You have to be there. Yeah. Come on, guys, like up the live, man. By the time we end this live, we should reach about 20. Why are we taking so long to reach it? Why are we taking so long? Tonight, person don't really want to talk much about consenting age. But persons come and go. And we touch it because we think it's important to share, right? And as you say, you talk with your daughter, you have to try and have a relationship where they can feel free. Even though they will hide something because their friends telling them not to talk. So you feel free to have a one-on-one relationship and make it be so open that even if you are relaxing, like you're dozing off, they can drop in your bed and mommy, so and so. They can't say. But don't let it be that trying to find the best moment to come. They may not come. Because you may be too serious or you may sound like you're angry at something and you will never know. Us parents have a lot to endure, a lot. JB says these kids are very smart and very manipulative. Very bad lie. Very bad. Manipulative, very bad. And lie and very I'm not laughing there, JB, because you're true. I've seen persons try, try single-handedly as a mother without a father, work really hard and put the child through school right up to college. And in the end, they did do some foolishness that you wonder where they're learning. And all along, they appear as if they were learning. And sometimes you see Mr. Lie there. Mr. Lie set up that they call some lie white lie. But Mr. Lie come in all shapes and color. Mr. Lie not easy. Mr. Lie is not easy. Mr. Lie can be so deceiving and convincing, as you say, deceiving. And convincing that to every lie you get, you don't know if it is true or not. It could be true, it could be lie. And you can spend all the days of your life trying to find out one of his lie and trying to, because you see friend hold friend secret, But very rare, you may find one or two who would really say something. One or two may say something, but the others keep it quiet. Just something, you have some good ones who may say, Miss Brown, I don't like how Janet is behaving. She's so and so and so. But other than that, you will not know until something goes down. I remember sometime in July, early July, it was said that something happened where as a boy from a particular high school, the school called the mother to talk to her. I don't know who the father was, but they said the mother, and the boy was there. And they told the mother that the child will have to repeat the grade that he was coming from. He will be able to be promoted to a higher grade. And I don't know, the mother said she had the thing on the speaker on. And So both she and the boy, his son was listening. And sometime after that, the son was heard like struggling. When she looked, she saw him outside nearby some drum or something, trying to vomit or something, because at that time she said, I don't know if she knew or why he had taken some pink tablets. I don't know which pill are pink tablets. She just said the color. And by the time they could take him to the doctor to be flushed out because they may have suspected what he had done, he passed out. He passed out. So you don't know if when they're at school, they are wasting time and they become disappointed. They're not able to move on with the group. And he was really slow. What could have affected? Maybe he's embarrassed because he would have wasted his time, maybe not performing satisfactorily enough. So whatever could have been the reason, he took his own 3 points. And that is harsh because the mother said she was frightened. But I'm wondering that maybe she cussed him off and then saying to don't or something. Or how it happened. She must have said something, but that was what was said. And it was a very good school, but what could have gone wrong when he couldn't realize he couldn't be promoted? He took it very hard. So nobody knows then, I don't know if after, if he had made any indication of having too many friends or too involved in other things, or it was not, he was only going to school but not doing what he was supposed to do. Maybe he was hiding from school, but because he knew that there would have been a report, maybe while he was hiding or not doing schoolwork, the others were doing theirs. Sometimes that's what happened. So I don't know how, but he was one of them who could not move on. That means that his work was poor. So it was no point in promoting him to a higher grade. And he took it to heart and alive himself. So sometimes, the parents are at home or away from them, not knowing what is going through their minds, what are they doing if they are in class, if they are doing the assignments then. Did you get any homework? We did them, and they tell us sort of lie too. You don't know. You just accept it and say what they're saying is true. But when it comes to the actual report being sent home now, that's a different thing. Everything shows up. But that time may be too late. So we have to be at our children with everything. Schoolwork, boyfriend work, boyfriend with age, going into certain relationship. Yes, they can have their little boyfriend, yes, for their normal kids. But looking at their age group and having certain type of relationship, not healthy. They may grow up in a community, so they must relate. You don't expect them to grow up in a community and they don't relate. But the type of relationship, that's what is important. So, I don't know if we are left alone again, JB. I like these things that is coming up to enhance. Jeremy may have gone. Jeremy say he was being active in the chat. I forgot to pay Jeremy. I forgot to pay some people some visit tomorrow, But honestly, abandon Jeremy. Jeremy, I must speak out. Although I don't know if you're still here. I abandoned you when I was working hard. I'm still working, but I was working hard on my double H. Right? And I didn't know that double H is something that is continuous. But I was working really, really hard. And I tried to, I usually drop in on you too. I try to drop in on some people as I could. But Jeremy hours are kind of different. You sleep on week, Jeremy is on the job. When you have the time, normally in the daytime, Jeremy is asleep at his home. So, after when you wake up in the morning and go on his live, if you find the time, Auntie, because you see me rocking here, I'm trying to keep up. You see, Tetla come and say she's at work. I don't know how she work, I don't know how she work. I don't know how she manage them the kind of work. Because I say when it reach 6 o'clock, my brain gone. Brain gone. I like these are pretty man. Brain gone. And she's at work and she not going to go home. You see, she can't even run no joke with you, Jeremy. I mean, JB. She can't run no joke because her hand, head, and feet tie up. She cannot run, no joke. She not see you tonight much. But she says she working tonight and she'll work tomorrow. So I don't know what she's going to make. So maybe tomorrow night she may be off. But remember, about 48 hours. Boy, some of us have it real hard in life, you know. We have to push. We want to make ends meet, we have to push. And when we push, somebody come and knock down the door and take what they didn't give you. But you still have to push. You cannot give up. I know you're listening. I was just chatting you. I was just chatting you that you're tied up, so you can't even see J, JB. JB is quite watching you, saying not paying him any mind. But I'm trying to, not that I'm defending you, but let him know that you are tied up working. Your head, hands, and feet are tied. So we start for you. We don't know if we can spend a long time. Just trying to see if we can just keep the chat going, so that when people start fall off the bed, like Jeremy may soon fall off the bed. Every time, oh, Miss Jeremy, I keep calling JB, may soon fall off the bed. I don't know if he reach the floor, because everybody come on after some time, they fall asleep and they bow out and gone. So we just see how far the floor is from the bed to see how many persons will fall off the bed to the floor. But we must be thankful and give God thanks for each new day, because it's not that we are good or anything, but because of His mercies that He extends towards us, right? God is ever on our side, but we are the ones who are running away and running into difficult corners. And when we do get into corners, what tell them about Christmas? Listen me tell that. Don't hurt up my head, you know. JB saying she doing business with me, so I leave her alone. Make she go and do her thing. No man, and also she business with you. We see her hand, same thing. Her hands and feet and head is tied. And she says she counting the vehicles, so the head is confused, and the hands working, and the feet is moving. So I can imagine. See, she have to give a shot something. JB, I'm listening. Right. So we know you cannot do much. Right. We wish we could have been there to help you to make it go faster, but that's the works. Teta said, Christmas starts here. What? Oh, God, now it's August. So maybe things are happening there, some man, because after things happen in September, election day, then they're not going to want no more Christmas again, because Christmas start from September right back to December now. JB said, no, me not ready to sleep yet, auntie. All right, JB, you're not ready to sleep yet, so we can pull your brain. Maybe pull Tetla's brain the night, so she's not working, so her hands are occupied, so we can give her the activity. My name I can give you, JB. Can I give you some of the activities similar to what we did the other night? JB, Teta says, how are you doing? How are you doing? We're watching the time. 9:16. Okay, we have another 15 minutes or so to end the live, because I'm going to want to keep Teta company. We can manage it. And the time, JB, what's the temperature like down where you're at? You feel cool? You feel any coolness from yesterday? The ships here. Oh, me don't know how your place looking. So ship come there too. Okay. JB said, I know you're really seeing me from night, Tetla. Tetla don't want us to leave her. JB, how is the temperature down where you're at? Is it cool? No one ever we went up here so cool. Somebody came on earlier from Vermont and said it's cold over there too, up in Vermont. But I know with Vermont up so close to north, they they are going to get the coolness from those big lakes from Canada all about there. I think I would love to go to Vermont, but I think it's a cold place. JB, yesterday was chilly, and today not chilly, cool. But in the sense of the sun is shining, it is to me fall start. It's fall. Fall begin. Because you hear the leaves on the tree, they sound different. The leaves are green on the tree and they sound like dry leaves. Tetla says, Auntie, this is the port. That what your port? Meaning at the same port them call wharf. I don't look I don't know no, I've never been to a port. But I ask you what it looks like. One of these days I go to a port. The port. I'm going to I'm going to put in something. I never find the time to go to a port or a wharf, but I imagine that the ships are there and the thing is busy and all of that. JB, I'm listening for you, JB. I come in. Mm-hmm. I return. Yes, ma'am. I see that it's the port. Okay. Yes, from yesterday, but today cooler. Today is cooler. I woke up yesterday morning and I say, how the place feels? Because I not expect it to be so cool so quick. Because August is still on. But by the time I say it's 2 months of summer, they get here. I'm used to summer all year round. So last year was a little different. You never feel so cold so quickly in August. When it reaches down towards middle of September, you feel it. Then if the coldness start now, JB, in the middle of August, then what does it mean? I might have to pack up my things and run. Mm-mm. No, honestly, JB says, I don't know nothing about Kingston. I only been there 3 times in my life. I'm a country boy. I just imagine the big wharf too. Because, they have a little wharf in Montego Bay, Freeport. But me never really check to find out how things do what. But me know, vehicles and ships and all kind of something. I hear people say when they go to the wharf, they have to spend long hours and all kind of things. But that's why everybody can be in this. Boy, the life is at 13 for how long? But anyway, that's what it's gonna be for tonight. So we accept it. It can't be that big every night. We have to appreciate what it is for what it is. Yes, JB is a country boy. Boy, the country life is better to me still than the town life, I've been to Kingston a few times. Quite a few, I can't count them. Plenty times. But, wow, Kingston is hot and miserable. What makes Kingston more interesting to go to now is from where we travel on the south, the highway, within less than 2 hours, we can reach Kingston. quick, very quick. And around this north coast, we are don't like that side because the north coast, the highway, it's too kind of high to go up, and sometimes they tend to want to drive flat bridge, and I don't like around there at all. When you reach flat bridge, my heart in my mouth until we clear the entire river and the bridge, clear the place. See, they showed a coach or two on a train, on the backside train, falling off into the river. I don't know what is wrong in that river. You know, so me not like anything around there. So round by the south, to me, is nice. It's shorter. David said, that right, Tedla, real country boy. Yeah, man, country boy now have nothing to do at all. Country boy have safer in the country. You then talk about country goat and town goat. The country goat walk across the road anywhere. And the town goat walk one side. Like people, I've seen them in towns already. They're not walking on the road, they're one side. The many people on the corners walking. But the country one run up and down in the road like it no sense. But it's because you're not used to it. So you escape. Yeah, so that's how it is. Sometimes the work demands time, and sometimes the time that it takes from us, it takes us away from our families. And when you have teenage children around, that's the time you need to be there. Not really just that time, but going up into their teenage years, you have to be so present in their lives. So present that you're not missed. Because one miss, you this, you lose. Because something could be going on and you don't know. Right under your nose, that you could probably nip the bud and keep it check. You know, we have to watch especially our daughters, we have to watch them. And we want them to be good men and women of tomorrow. Okay, them soon, you see you know, when we leave you, let me see them soon gone and break. When them gone and break, we may gone and no break too. But we are almost there. But is this because the time is a little cool? It make you want to like, you know, JB say, the town goat, them life, them thief. The town goat, them thief too, you see, you have to watch. So what the town goat will thief now? Tell me something, Jeremy. Let me go after you. What would they thief? Anything they see up in the hand, you know. They walk up. Town goat not shy, you know. Yeah, they're not shy. You ever look at them in the town when they're walking, if you see any goat anywhere in the town? They're not shy. Then take up anything right now and we are come beside you with your things and want to take the things out of your bag. We show them no fear and they know they own and they know where they come from, you know. They will find. I mean, when I say that, let me tell you. But yeah, I saw the thing, Tedla, about the 2,000 pounds of meat that was slaughtered that they had found. It was, I think, something to do with Montego Bay. But because of how it did appear, police went there and searched the premises and whatever. It's a lot of meat. I don't know where they get them from. Somewhere they get them. And they would have taken up orders. So maybe they were going to deliver and something go wrong. Can you imagine 2,000 pounds of meat? Wow, it's a lot of meat, you know. A lot of meat. It had, I think, pork, mutton, and beef. And I think, remember if chicken was in it. But I have pork and mutton and beef. And then they have them just cut so big. I don't know. Wherever they get them from, those persons have really lost things. They have really lost things. Right? And you see the time feel, I mean, it's not yet winter and it makes you feel like, you know, you're really going to your bed. make you feel that way, you know. So let me look at the time. 9:27. No, a few minutes that we're going to run away. Hi, Princess Kalia. How are you? Welcome. You're coming. We are almost through. We are going to almost go through the door, go onto the street. Yeah, good. Okay. JB, if you ever go round, if you ever go round the end, and I see them at tea, the banana. We can't make it out, JB. JB, Teta say, JB, how you know? You said this 2 times, you went 3. Well, maybe make mistake, Teta. Maybe make a mistake. Maybe you made a mistake. I'm not sure. I'm going to come on tomorrow night. I'm going to come on in the day tomorrow. In the day tomorrow, I'll get a break because I couldn't keep up. I'm come on in the day tomorrow, hopefully. So you will see me on. If I can do it early, if I can, whatever time, I will try. But I will see if I can come on. I don't want to say anything, but I need to give some support tomorrow as well. So I want to go and give some support. Go on to YouTube Street JB, and you know, sometimes by the time you start moving around, the time slip by so quickly. You cannot get to spend enough time. JB said, because I see them with my own 2 eyes. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I don't like confident at them. Yes, she said. So then I don't know if the owners are going to say anything because people sometimes are afraid. And like this lady, they said, who was involved in the allegedly involved in some whatever happened in Mobile a couple of days ago, about a week ago. No, something's happened to those other men. She no balling say she cannot take up any bail if she come out, they're going to do that to her too. So mix up things. So every side you go, and she looks so decent and nice, well put together in her wedding gown and whatever. You really wonder why some people do things, Somebody ordered a vehicle, she helped them to get the vehicle and pay the money. And they all kind of mix up. In the end, bang around happen. People lose their life. It's before me get involved in any situation, I count from 1 to 10 and pray and nobody with it. And sometimes better you lose. Because when you lose innocently, you get your reward quick. I'm very much okay today, Priscilla, Princess. Just at the time it's cool. The time is very cool. Where you are, is it very cool? I'm not very far from going to my bed. I'm just hanging on a few minutes. Because like I said to JB and Tetla, no matter how long I say me hanging on, when I end the live, me still short of some minutes to complete the time that I would have wanted it to go to. So, I'm doing that. Where are you, Princess? It's hot. Here is very cool. If I go outside now, I'd have to put something. I'd have to put on a little sweater. From yesterday, it had been very cool, and today was cooler. Now it's supposed to be in the 50s outside, 56 or something like that. See, you're not even hearing any vehicles sound like winter. When it's winter, you hardly hear any vehicles. JB said, it is a joke to see them in the market when them grab the banana roll. It is funny. This, say it's true. The people are go out. They run off and go and thank you. I see it happen and I could do a smile. Hi, Zonas. Good evening. How are you? Blessing to you. You know, you caught us when we were on our way out to go. Because, boy, Princess Kelly, where in the world are you watching us from? You say where you are is very hot. Where are you watching us from? Oh my, thank you so much. I am trying to get onto something on your line on your channel today, but I couldn't get on it. I tried. Not I wanted to see something, but I tried. I will have to ask my son to help me to find it. Yeah, JB said she said she was busy and she was just running the live. That's so nice. And I was watching you in the bushes today too, you know. I was in the bush. I was at work and in the bushes watching you. JB says, Jonas, hello there and welcome. it is it is very nice. Where are you, Princess? In Florida? Was it Florida you told me? 102? It could be. Where are you watching me from? You say it's 102 today. Yes, some places are very hot. Very hot. While some is starting to have fall. Getting very cool. So I will have to try tomorrow, Zonas. Yeah. Princess, where are you watching me from? Is it Florida? You say it's 102. No beat, man. I don't understand what you mean. She said where she's at is very hot. Where I'm at is getting very cool. Makes you feel like you want to go to bed. And when it's this cool, you don't hear anybody passing on the road. It's quiet. Quiet. Anyway, I see the numbers gone to 15. So guys, it's 207 now, so I can say it's a safe 2 hour. So Zonas, I hope to be able to check in tomorrow. Although I want to do 100, but there's something I need to do on your channel, and I'm trying to check and I cannot find it. So I don't know if I'm not looking at the right place. Yes, JB, you know I love that color. It's one of my favorite color, gold. Gold. Like when we say the memory gem, who was it? I think it was Damien who was saying it Saturday night. Labor for learning before you grow old. For learning is better than silver and gold. Silver and gold will vanish away, but a good education will never decay. So, Princess Kalia should be in her bed by now. She's out, and other persons come up and tell me good night. They're going to their bed. So, I don't know when she's coming out at this time, but I will not beat anything more because she didn't want to tell me where she was talking to me from. She said, no beat, man. So she doesn't want them to know she's on the live, obviously. Thank you so much, my JB. You know, and I need to, whatever. This is a pretty color. So let me not bore you guys out. All good things must come to an end. And we wish that everything will be good because we don't want any evil. What the song says, no demonics work perform. What man say? No demonics work perform shall prosper. What was this trying to sing the song that Damien was singing? I love these red roses that he was singing. I don't know what the whole rally that they had Saturday night is in my head. Even this evening I was talking to somebody about it. I have to be laughing. Sometimes you have to have a good laugh. What a way these two are ghosts. Oh, these look like what? Are they ghosts? No send me no ghosts to go to my bed, you know. That's why me love red. Run them away. Right? So here we are, wishing that we will all and hoping that we all have a good night rest. And all that is good. When one is tired and beat, the brain shut down, they can't do much. The energy is gone. I've been on my, you know, so tomorrow I have a little time. So, guys, thank you for being here. Everybody, even my friends who have been listening, I appreciate you all. And even those who pop in and pop out, I appreciate everybody. Right? Sometimes we can pop in. Princess can I give it something. What are those? We we have to appreciate each other because life is full of surprises. And like the topic we looked at, which speaks about um, age of consent, we have to pay attention because, especially to our girls, it's so sad. The boys do, but especially to the girls, they are mainly at risk for a number of reasons. So we have to watch them, protect them. We talk, we show, we help, we do everything to keep them in check. But sometimes they will bolt the fence and gone. Sometimes they are you miss them, they're gone for days and weeks and some never return. JB says, pending auntie saying good night to everyone. Um, JB, you're running it faster than mom I'm going, you know, you see, you're not easy. Yeah, saying good night and wishing that, you know, some of us who have, especially girls, who give problems. Because when I do a live, you know, what I tell myself is not only for the persons who are here, listening or participating, and look at it to say somebody down the road may need it for encouragement because they could be going through a situation with their daughters too, you know, and sometimes they don't even know where to turn. Sometimes they are so disappointed. They were not expecting their daughters to be involved in certain types of relationship. They expect them to focus on their books, focus on education. And sometimes they are from very, very poor background. And because financially they are not able, you have some now who are financially strong will come around and find a way to get through. And because these young people, they are vulnerable, they're not able to make decisions by themselves like that, but because they need financing, and the parents sometimes push them out too, right? JB, you feel guilty? So JB wants to go. So Teta said, JB, you leave. Bye for now. No, JB turn on me. He said, and you keep on saying you're going auntie. Please don't blame me. I'm not blaming you. I'm just feeling what some parents I know feel. You know, that's why I'm still trying to put it in that sometimes they do try. They try their best to know their children's friends. Sometimes the children are going through peer pressure. You don't know what you don't know because many a times you at home are the last ones to know anything. You know, so we have to just encourage. So when I do a live, I always say somebody may come, although they may soon put up. Okay, somebody may happen to see or you know something and they feel encouraged. Because when a person is down, you know, you're a mother, single mother, and you're doing everything to the best of your ability. You put your daughter forward in getting a proper education to lift you out of poverty, and then they go and mess up themselves. Sometimes they're not even to return to. JB said, Tetla, did I tell you I was leaving? And that is why I keep talking too, right? Because I know yeah, somebody is there hearing me. You know, so parents on a whole, especially when you're single, the pressure is real. And sometimes the family is both there, the mother and the father, but sometimes the mother is more attentive. And in some cases, the father can be more attentive, right? The father will watch, you know, but when there is a single parent home and the mother have to take care of all the finances and the food and everything. She not even have time to pay attention to the daughter's schoolwork properly, you know. So maybe she don't have enough money. She might find a way to get the child out. Maybe she want to spend time with her person in the house. So she sends her daughter out to go spend some time and get some money and food to bring back in for everybody. So sometimes some children are going through some rough times. So we have to just pray for them and ask the Lord to guide those children, because sometimes, when you listen to some testimonies some children give, even on certain shows, you have to say, boy, if God was not with them, they couldn't make it. They go through thick and thin and never give up, you know. So that's my little bit tonight that I want us to think on, that let our children enjoy their childhood. I know you is in the bush watching me, so I have to be careful. Oh Lord. Yes, so let them enjoy their childhood, and whatever it is, remember that we need them to progress so that the future can look bright with them. If they don't progress, don't go anywhere, don't reach anywhere educationally, their bodies will sort of come up, rise up and collapse, rise and collapse. We want to have a bright future for our young people. So with that song, with that thought, I say good night again to everybody. I'm not going to sleep just at the very moment. I have to go try and visit some people, go on the streets, go on YT streets at least for a few minutes, because so the load will be lessened tomorrow. I need to do some of those things. Honestly, because I know the value that people had put on me when I was there struggling. So JB, all being well, I hope if you see me on tomorrow, I'm hoping to do tomorrow. I don't know how many times. Okay, Teta says she's not in any bush, she's in the open. All right, so bye bye, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, what you say now? Tuesday evening. It's very cool here now, so everybody want to go in the bed to go wrap up. So when I wrap up in the bed, I can go on the YT streets. Isn't that wonderful? Really, really wonderful. All right, good night. Night. Hope I don't miss out anybody. Tetla, can't manage to keep you up for the night. Can't manage, Tetla. Can't manage at all. All right, you finish your work, man. All right.